there's been much discussion recently over the newly enacted law by the state of Arizona in an effort to crack down on illegal immigration in that state. Do you support the actions taken by the state of Arizona by enacting this law? And further, what more should the federal government be doing in this area? Jim?
Yes, I do support the law in Arizona. The primary responsibility of our federal government is to protect America and to protect American lives, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and also to protect American property. That also happens to be the responsibility of the governor of each state. We've got to secure our borders. We've got to crack down hard on illegal immigration. We've got to make sure that illegal immigrants can't find employment. We've got to crack down hard on employers who hire illegal immigrants. Every state of our nation is now a border state. And the cost of not enforcing our borders is many times more than the cost of effectively enforcing our borders. It's more expensive from a police standpoint. It's more expensive from a standpoint of providing health care. And no country that cannot protect its own borders can protect its sovereignty. So Arizona was right to do this, and I support them.
I think it's important to ground all of our answers in the context of the Constitution. And keep in mind, when the Constitution was formed, our 13 colonies, our 13 states at the time were sovereign states, and they still are sovereign states. When we formed the national government, we did not give up our sovereignty, either as people or as states. And the fact that we delegated to the federal government the responsibility for border security, immigration, doesn't mean that the states gave up that right either. We wouldn't turn it all over to the federal government. And the suggestion by this Congress and this President that the people of Arizona are wrong violates their oath to those people. The people of Arizona should be affirmed for what they're doing. They shouldn't have to do this because Washington has got it wrong. They're more interested in things that is not within the Constitution, like health care, than they are about national security, which includes border security and immigration reform. We need to have secure borders, and we need to make that a priority. And if it takes sending National Guardsmen down along the border, that's what we should do. Because those people in Arizona deserve to be safe and free to live as Americans. And the fact that they're along the border should not put them at risk or in jeopardy. And so we should continue to help them and work with them, but not denounce them for doing what it is they should be doing to protect their own citizens. And on that issue, it's a fundamentally different issue. We're fundamentally different than we are with Paul Hodes, that's for sure. We can't afford to let Paul Hodes be the next United States Senator on this or any other issue, frankly.
Okay, unlike our Attorney General and our Director of Homeland Security, I have read the Arizona law. And I'll tell you, it's about 20 pages double-spaced, it's about 10 pages single-spaced, but it's a very important law, and I absolutely support what Arizona has done here, and anyone who reads it would actually understand that it's a very fair law as well. And if the federal government, and I'll tell you, if we had it happen here in New Hampshire, if we had a deputy sheriff almost murdered, if we had a rancher killed on his own property and then have his dog shot, if we had the second highest rate of kidnappings in the world, we are in America, then absolutely we'd be passing the same law here in the state of New Hampshire. And I support Arizona, and I'm glad that the President finally took time to meet with the Arizona governor. And I hope that he listens to her, because the federal government is falling down on its fundamental duty to keep us safe. And that includes securing our borders. We have to do that. We owe it to Arizona. We owe it to our country. We owe it to all of us to enforce our existing immigration laws, which we aren't doing right now. And it's penny wise and pound foolish that we aren't doing it. It's wrong, because if you think about the strain on our education system, our healthcare system, as a result of our failure to enforce our own immigration laws, it is not only wrong for our safety, but it's wrong in terms of the strain on our system and the people who are here to play by the rules. And we are all the sons and daughters and granddaughters and grandsons of immigrants. We all came here, our ancestors, but when they came here to play by our rules. Our ancestors came here and they learned English. I support English as the language of our country, And as part of coming here and playing by our rules, and people that want to come here and play by our rules, then we should absolutely, in an appropriate way that is consistent with our country, allow them to do so. But I can tell you right now, the people that are here illegally, I don't support amnesty. It's wrong. It's wrong to the people who are waiting in line here, who have waited for so long, and we need to stop that as well, because I think that's where the administration is heading next.
Thank you.